Hey guys, I am here for my 12-week vlog. I did record this. The memory card wasn't in, so it's gone. Baby this week went from the size of a lime to the size of a clementine. From crown to rump is about 2 to 2¼ inches. Being 12 weeks means that I am very close to being in my second trimester, which is, I feel like I can breathe a little bit easier. Granted, yes, I have felt fairly steady and fairly comfortable in this pregnancy, but just being past the majority of the likelihood of miscarriage and loss is very, very reassuring to me. Depending on who you go with, being in your second trimester is when you hit 12 weeks, when you hit 13 weeks, or when you hit 14 weeks. If you break it down math-wise into threes, it ends up being like 13.3 weeks or something. So I kind of count getting to my 13th week as being in the second trimester, but that means that I'm really close. Realistically, for me, is really bittersweet. I'm so excited and amazed that I have made it this far, but at the same time, it's kind of gone by really fast. And I'm sure a big part of that is having had so far fairly easy pregnancy. So I'm not complaining about that at all. I wish that I could experience this more than once, but realistically, that will probably not happen. Really not a whole lot has changed. If I am either not hungry constantly, I'm not fairly tired, I will mention that in a vlog, but otherwise just kind of assume that I'm hungry and tired pretty consistently. I did have one night this week where I had restless legs. I am finding myself getting up in the middle of the night more to pee, probably once or twice a night. Still not really able to eat a whole lot of sweet foods or super greasy foods, that's fine. I ate the least amount of Halloween candy I have ever eaten in my life, which is great. I did decide to start drinking some protein shakes just to make sure that I'm getting enough protein, and I'm doing kind of a quality one. I'm doing the Isagenix one. I can only drink a half one at a time, so I drink a half of a shake a day, and that way I know that I'm getting more iron, I know that I'm getting more protein, so that's kind of helping me stay on track with some of those things that can be a little bit harder to get throughout the day when you're eating tiny, tiny meals. I am also still losing weight. At this point, I have lost about 9 pounds. I am, though, starting to get baby bloat. That's pretty much it for physical. Emotional wise, this week has been really pretty good, pretty steady, pretty calm. There are a couple TMI symptoms this week, so if you don't want to hear it, just kind of skip ahead a bit. I have noticed that I have some kind of come and go blue veins in my breasts and at my hips. More so, or more often, in my hips than in my breasts, but it happens both places. My nipples have been hurting this week. The return of the nipple pain. So I debated starting to use nipple cream. I obviously know it's not necessary at this point, but I do also know the more that you play with your nipples, have your husband play with your nipples, use nipple cream, that kind of thing, before baby gets here, the better off your nipples will be when you start breastfeeding, because they're more sensitized to being touched. I did start using some Earth Mama Angel Baby nipple cream, and it helps when I use it in the morning sometimes, just to kind of calm them down a little bit. I did have a midwife appointment this week. It was basically the intake appointment, mostly talking about history, my family's history, kind of seeing if I might be predisposed to postpartum depression, gestational diabetes, all those kinds of things. We did the the dipstick that midwives do for urine, just to see what's going on with your pee and, you know, if anything's elevated. Everything was totally normal. My midwife did offer to use the Doppler. It was not like she pulled it out and was like, all right, let's listen to your baby. She gave me the choice, and we really talked over ultrasound versus Doppler, use of Doppler, what's safe, what's not. At the appointment, it was more about, is the stress of not knowing for sure that everything is still going to outweigh the risks of the Doppler? And we kind of determined that right then it was worth using the Doppler just to have a quick sound. And we were able to hear baby's heartbeat. We were also able to hear some movements, which I did not expect. I actually thought it was like bowels moving or something in my stomach moving, and she went, oh, that's baby moving. I was like, really? That's so exciting. And I have another midwife appointment at 16 weeks, so I believe it's December 3rd. No house changes yet, but we have started talking about when to move people where. And we have talked about putting an addition on the house. Now, the addition on the house would not be for a while, probably sometime next year. We obviously know that baby does not need its own room for quite a while. However, there's a couple different elements at play here. One is nap time. So while baby will definitely be sleeping at night in our room, there is still nap time. And it would be kind of nice to be able to put baby down in their own crib, in their own room, and go about our day regularly. Otherwise, be able to enter our room without worrying about waking the baby type of thing. Obviously, a lot of that depends on how well baby sleeps. I think for one, it's kind of nice to have a room for the baby, or, you know, a room that they're sharing with a sibling, whatever the case might be, that you have a place to put all of their clothes and their stuff, and the, you know, we cloth diapers, so cloth diapers and changing place, and, you know, a rocker type of deal. But in terms of our older kids, I think it's actually more important for them to see that the baby has a room. I think for them, visual cues of kind of belonging to a family, part of that is having your own space. Just to say that having somewhere in your home that is yours kind of signals to them that you are really officially part of the family and you're not going anywhere. Because they moved so much from house to house before coming home to us, I feel like that's a really big cue for them. While it's not necessary for a baby to have a room, and even if we don't really use it much, I feel like it's kind of important for the older kids that the baby has a room, so that they really know that, you know, this baby is part of our family. I bought some more maternity clothes. We're getting chilly, and for some reason I cannot find any of my long sleeve shirts. They are all missing, which is really, really frustrating. I went to Ross and got a couple of maternity undershirt camis and some sweaters. I did end up buying some cloth diapers. There's one specific print that I really wanted to get, and we don't really have any holiday themed diapers, so I wanted to find some cute holiday themed diapers. A spider one, a Christmassy, it's just dots in the shape of Christmas trees. And then one of my favorite sea animals is sea turtles, so we got the sea turtle one. This is the print that I really wanted, was the Eat Local, since, you know, we are planning on breastfeeding. I found this baby swaddler that is so soft. It's minky on the outside, and it's like Sherpa on the inside, and it was like $4, and I couldn't pass it up. I thought it was really cute. Other than that, purchase-wise, we made some purchases for the kids, actually. So our family pictures are on this coming Sunday. I actually scheduled that before we got pregnant, and it ended up being really good timing because we decided not to tell the kids until we were ready for the whole world to know. Essentially, since they came home to us, they have been asking for a sibling. And they've gotten to the age where they can keep a surprise, but not if it's something that they're super excited about. And the timing just worked out so well that we're going to do a few family pictures, and then we're going to bring out a present for them both. In both of their boxes, they're going to have a big brother or big sister shirt. And then there's also going to be a book for each of them in their present. And then there's going to be a baby doll. There are some life-size baby dolls on Amazon. They were like $20. And so we got them each a life-size baby doll. There was anywhere from 16 to 20 inches. We ended up going with a 20-inch. And each of them got one little set of clothes, baby clothes, so that they can practice changing baby, practice holding baby, that kind of thing. And then I'm going to try to make basically an ergo for each of the kids so that they can carry baby like I carry baby. The idea behind the baby doll, which is kind of funny because they don't really do a whole lot with baby dolls up until recently. They just kind of started playing with dolls more. The idea is that they can practice holding, changing, that kind of thing, a baby before baby actually comes. But there was also the fact that because they're older, I do kind of expect there to be some jealousy or for there to be some hardships when baby needs to be fed. I need to feed baby and they can't. And if they get jealous or if they get sad because they can't feed the baby right then, that they can then go and get their own baby doll, sit on the couch or wherever I am with me and feed their baby while I feed the real baby. I did get a little set of baby clothes for them each. My daughter really wants a baby sister, so super pinked out. It came with a little lovey, with a bib, with a onesie, with some little pants, and then with just a little sleeper. But that one's just too pink for me. So his came with a little lovey, bib, onesie, pants, and then a little sleeper, which I actually think that's really, really cute. That's for them. They'll get to open that and, see that they're going to be a big brother, big sister. So that'll be really exciting. And then we'll tell everybody next week. That's about it. So I will let you all go. I know this one is a bit longer, but I hope you're all having a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.